3 weeks ago, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. First of all, where has the time gone? But before we get into the birth story, I need to fill you in as to what's been going on the past few months, which honestly has been a blur. Between working on the nursery, changing my house to accommodate a new addition, growing a full human full term, delivering said human, and adjusting to life postpartum, let's just say it's been a lot. And mentally, it's been an interesting journey too. About a week into being a mom, I started to feel like, is that all there is to my life? Is this a weird angle? Today, I have a 1-week-old daughter. And earlier, I cried like a baby. I was like, oh, I don't want her to grow. Just thinking about it, I'm feeling a little emotional. Week 1 of baby girl being in our lives. And in my head, she's 18. After crying and going through the motion, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I was having kind of like an identity crisis. I don't know how to word it. It's not new. It's been happening since I quit my job. But now it's really hitting me like, I'm a mother, and I'm a mother. I don't want to say just a mother because I have such a huge responsibility to guide this little girl in the world, but I just feel like I thrive better when I have a clear path and purpose, and right now everything is just so foggy. Like, what am I gonna do with my life outside of being a mother? And maybe it's too early for me to even think about that. Taking it day by day, okay? Right now, I am going to shower, and when she wakes up, I'm going to nurse her and then probably chill with her for a little bit, put her back to bed and eat or something. Babe's making dinner right now, so I'm sure he's gonna make something lovely. But I had to peel back the curtains and remind myself that I give birth to a full human being. And I need to give myself grace during such a sensitive time in my life. Now, postpartum is a beast that no one can prepare you for. And also something that no one talks about. It's not picture perfect, and it doesn't look like those cute stage newborn pictures on Instagram. It's so raw, it's unfiltered, and girl, I can't even tell you how many strangers have seen my private parts. The girls, they're up for grabs, okay? Anybody who wants to come and touch them, come on over. And I'm not sure I am even ready to talk about the birth and delivery, although I know I want to. And as much as I mentally and physically prepare my body for labor and delivery, I did not realize how hard postpartum was and how it was going to hit. I feel like no one talks about it. You are tired, hungry, bleeding, overwhelmed. You can't poop. At least you don't want to. And you're taking care of a new life all at the same time. So like I said, it's far from pretty. And if I'm honest with you, I did not wear any clothes the first week of postpartum. I just had my adult diapers on, girl, and that was it. The girls needed to be out. They needed to be available around the clock. So clothes, wear, and I was licking milk everywhere. That's the reality of postpartum. I also opted to not braid my hair. So most days I just looked crazy. But I'm learning that this is postpartum. You're caring for a new life while trying to keep your mental state together, and what we worry about is what we look like. Once again, here we are trying to hold ourselves to some impossible standard. And for who? Because when your mental state deteriorates even further, you'll be left alone with yourself at the end of the day. Most people won't know what is going on with you unless they had a baby and know the hardships. I know for me, I will now be very intentional and reach out to any friends of mine who recently had a baby just to check in, because sometimes that's all someone needs. I definitely want to make a whole video on postpartum truths because I share a little bit on Instagram, and you would not imagine how many women reached out to me and said, thank you. Thank you for talking about how raw postpartum was. And a lot of women actually gave birth around the same time as me, and they were going through it alone, feeling like they can't even talk to anybody. A lot of people are experiencing the same thing, and we go through it alone because, we're independent or something. I don't know why, but there's no reason for us to gatekeep how hard postpartum is, because honestly, I feel like if we are open about it, if someone is mentally prepared and know what to expect, I just feel like they will have a better time. I don't know if we can use better time and postpartum in the same sentence, but I just did. But enough about postpartum for now. I have been thinking about my life in general. What is it about having a child that changes your whole perspective on everything? As you know, last year, I left my very comfortable corporate job to pursue content creation full time. and it's been quite the journey. My fears quickly got in the way of things, and I can't tell you how many times I felt like giving up and just going back to work. And by work, I mean the workforce. Entrepreneurship is such a foreign concept to me, and I'm learning very quickly that if I allow fear and just fear of the unknown, not taking risk, trying to stay in my comfort zone, if I lean into that area, that's going to quickly get in the way of my success. And that led me to think about my habits lately. And these habits have always been there, but now I'm realizing how they are really getting in my way now that I'm trying to do things differently. I'm a very impatient person. I like my cake now, and I want to eat it all today. I'm also very inconsistent. I'm sure if you've been around a while, one thing that's been consistent in my journey as a creator is my inconsistency. I have poor executions. I'm great with drafting goals and thinking about grand ideas, but I am very poor at actually following through with them. And lastly, I overwhelm myself with ideas. I want to do everything at once. So these are some of my toxic traits, if you will, that entrepreneurship has highlighted for me over the past couple of months. And I have to face them heads on. It's not only just me that is affected now. I have a daughter to think about, and I also want to take care of my parent. I want to be successful for everyone around me. So I really have to figure it out. I have to buckle up now. So these are the thoughts that's been living in my head rent-free. Moving forward, I think I just need to take it slow, take it one day at a time, and work on one toxic trait at a time. I also need to take the time to enjoy the family that I have, my baby girl. It actually took us over 3 years to get pregnant and have her, so I don't take it for granted at all. And I also do not take my community for granted. You guys have been part of my life for the past 12 years, and creating has gotten me through some of the toughest moment in my life. So thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, thank you for supporting, thank you for just being around, being in my circle, because without you I wouldn't be who I am and where I am today. In terms of content, I want to say I'm back. Videos are coming back to back, but I just had a baby. So it actually took me 3 weeks to get this video together. So I don't know what my schedule is going to be moving forward, but I just know I want to share a lot more of me, a lot more of my journey, a lot more of who I am outside of natural hair, and really take it a day at a time. So I hope to continue to create videos that you enjoy, and I will do it when I can and around my boss's schedule, which is my new baby girl. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Action!